Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, let's get into a divine masculine reading. First off, let's get a card from the DMs to their divine counterpart. So what is it that we can see, divine masculines? What would you like to say to your divine feminines? We are getting, you opened my heart. That's a beautiful motion. I heard love at first sight. Electric. All right, let's dive in and see what we can regarding how the divine masculines are thinking about the connection at this time. What are they feeling on the heart space for their divine counterparts? Thank you, Divine Creator, for showing us all the things that we want to know about this connection today, in this now moment. What are the DMs wishing for the connection? What actions are being taken that are on track for union in the physical? What is the biggest challenge at this time? So union in the physical is embodied when we're talking about union within. It's also coming into romantic love with our counterpart. I want to say just really quickly that the divine has shared with me the one proof that you are on a twin flame journey. This is mind-blowing to me. But the one proof that you are on a twin flame journey is that you have, with all of your heart, with all of your faith, at some point in your life, cried out to the divine to bring you true love on a soul level. If you have done that, you are on track for a twin flame love, because it is a spiritual principle that if you ask, it is given. And that is the free will requirement for you to be on this kind of a journey, is that you have asked for true love. And that starts a process going, a quantum process of unfolding. When you do that on the soul level, it's now out of your hands and it must become. The divine is perfect. These processes are perfect. They are mysterious. They are sometimes unexpected. Growth is often unexpected. And so as you set that ball in motion, stay open to how it's going to be delivered to you, the timing, the way. Understand that real love is worth waiting for. It's worth growing. It's worth making the changes you're guided to make. Your heart will know. That time capsule within your heart is your connection to source that allows you to follow the path through it, the path to it. That love that is calling you. That's an interesting thing that just came through, because as you make that soul cry, desiring love, for true love to come to you, the idea that you could have that came from the divine. The divine is love. You are love. In order to believe in love and cry out for it that way, your beautiful pure heart knew it of love's existence. You believed, but you also heard the call, that which is calling you home to love. That indicates whether you're on a twin flame journey. So take that to heart and know that you will be shown true love. If you cried out for love, you're on that path. Okay, we're going to get a clarifier for the divine feminines along the way here. So thank you, Divine Creator, for bringing through the clarifying messages for the divine feminines. Okay, in the conscious mind, oh, divine masculines, you got the Union 1111 card. So divine masculines are at very least seeing 1111 everywhere. I just saw 444 when I said that. Self-love, protection, elemental magic. We got this card for the DMs this previous week. There are a lot of cards in this deck, and this one came out again. as they come into the vicinity of knowing that they are cut out for union, there is a deep protective motion. I love this. It looks like such a piece of like faceted gem artwork. Anyways, it's beautiful. So they are being protected. They are being cared for in a holy glow. They're being shown that it's safe, that they have reached an energetic resonance where they want to be entrusted with a love like this. It's no longer scaring them more than it's inviting. It's no longer threatening to limit their freedom more than it's showing them that it's partly because of this union, because of this connection, that they've seen what true freedom really is. And that is the spiritual authenticity, sovereignty that this journey creates in us. Beautiful. What are they feeling on the heart? Ooh, Divine Feminines. What do we get? Watch your words. So don't tell yourself the love isn't here, Divine Feminines. Check yourself. Don't go into that idea that love is somehow not for you or not in your cards. You create your reality. It is possible that the person that you believe is your twin flame isn't. Signs and synchronicities do not mean that it's your twin. But if you are on this twin flame journey because you've cried out for love, you will be given love. So relax. Let go of the person and trust that there is no hard work in coming into union. When you set it upon yourself to align with your higher knowing, with your connection to source, your counterpart will be revealed. In many cases, you have gotten your DM right. But if it is not who you thought it was, there is no guilt, shame, judgment in that. And the signs and synchronicities were not wrong. The love was not a trick. We move through varying levels of relationship on the path to true love, and sometimes other people are involved. You don't need to know which this is. You will just know that when it's time to come into a lasting permanent union with your true counterpart, it will be mutual. There will be no guesswork. There will be communication. There will be a focused knowing. It is time. It is meant. There will be no questioning it. So Divine Feminines, watch your words now, because if you are in fear, that is suffering, that is conditional. If you find that your situation is causing that in you, and the words that you are telling yourself or speaking out are not based in love, there's still more inner work to do. Or your outer reality isn't living up to the love that you've asked for. So let it go. Disconnect. Allow space to come in so that your situation can evolve and transform, or fall away to allow what needs to come in, come in. What is the heart space of the masculines? Not quite time, wounded warrior. 9 of Wands is steps in the process towards the goal. This new beginning coming, this passionate, sacred, soul-driven new way. It's not quite time yet. Communion, contemplation, higher mind. They are still in council with the Holy of Holies and getting higher instruction for mission, for purpose. For the next phase, I'm hearing for business, for innovation, for service in the world, collaboration, partnership. There are so many personal readings that the Divine Masculines are getting the King of Pentacles in the reverse and the upright. That's a card of commitment, and I'm getting that vibe here, that they are working the puzzle of commitment, contemplating on the higher, how to put down the burden and just show up truly inspired in life. This is on the heart space. So that is the purity that they want to meet you in, the heart space. They're working on it. They're coming to it. They're letting go. They're healing. They're dropping the guard. They need a little bit more time. Don't take this personally, or don't believe that your divine masculine is somehow faulty, or maybe it's not your divine masculine. Don't tell yourself those conditional things. Tell yourselves divine feminine, you don't need to know, and spirit has a plan. It's all part of the process. You don't have to start going into ego and saying, if the love isn't here, then this was not my divine masculine and I'm not worthy of love. I know that sounds generalized, but that's kind of what happens when we start trying to put labels on things and desire that we're in a sure thing with a twin. It's not about that. It's about going to your connection to source. Trust that spirit has a plan. If this is your divine counterpart and they're not coming forward yet, it's because of divine timing. It's not your worthiness. It's not your divine masculine's lack of growth. Divine masculines are intuitively guided, just as the divine feminines are on this journey. And if unions are not coming in, you better believe that the divine has a hand in that because of divine timing. It all works together. Don't point fingers, don't blame. Just observe, trust, love, soften, carry on. Keep calm, carry on. What are the divine masculines wishing at this time? To continue busting through the karmic barriers. Enthusiasm, learning, generosity, and fortune. So they are still working on their 3D abundance, their sovereignty, coming out of karmic situations, finances I'm getting, leaving karmic partnerships, financial divvying of assets, things like that. It's all in the works right now. Getting legal advice for that, all the stages of it. Either building after having separated certain contracts, legal contracts, etc., or planning, depending on where they are in the journey. But there is an enthusiasm and learning. This is a karmic learning. This is the inner workings, the inner patterns. So they're actually wanting to do the work. I'm feeling energized. Enthusiasm speaks of a newfound, a second wind, an energy coming in to work the karmic puzzle. It's like, yes, I'm empowered. I can do this. There is a way forward. I see it now. I've got the energy I need to make these changes. I understand why I need to make these changes. These are all the things coming to me about where the masculines are regarding what they're wishing for at this time. They're wishing to go towards their extraordinary life, their true fortune, the innovation, and to be in enough abundance to be generous of not just the financial provisions, but of their time with you, divine feminine, of their heart. No more lack. They're wishing to come into freedom. Divine feminines, be at peace. This is all part of the process. This is the way of it. This is how it needs to happen. What are the masculines doing? Going to divine guidance for ascension. They're surrendering. They are purifying. We've seen a lot of different cycles of karmic clearing, a lot of different layers. I know I'm getting comments where things keep coming back around. The energies seem to be repeating. I'm going to say it again. When it looks like it keeps cycling around and around, back to the beginning from the side, it keeps going higher. Don't forget that. Cyclical times, cyclical patterns. It's like a sharpening stone. We get these benevolent graduations of cycles of things, and it just has its way of working things out. That is the ascension, the spiral, the helix, the up-leveling. And now the masculines are in humility because they are seeking higher guidance with what to purify, where they can surrender, and how to ascend. That is alignment, divine masculines, and that is beautiful. For the feminines, be at home. Embody, come into being comfortable in your skin. What would it take for you to be completely at home in your temple and good on your own? No longing, no needing to know what your masculine's up to. None of that. You're just focused on being love and light in the world. What would that take, divine feminine? So if you're there, bravo. If you're not, do that homework, because that's going to bring you into alignment. What is the biggest challenge for the masculines? Specializing, taking things to the next level, really putting into effect all the things they've learned on the journey. Light body expansion, illuminated presence. So this is showing the world the real them through their work. There's a crop circle in this crystal, and the masculine is like showing that, showing the multidimensionality, the otherworldly next level things. And that has to do with I'm hearing the matrix of spirit, the templates of spirit, the light body, the inclusion of spirit, the energetics. So the divine masculines are incorporating high level energetics into the foundations of what they're about to bring to the world. This can be sacred geometry, this is light quotient, this is mission based intention, it's next level stuff. Otherworldly technologies, innovations on wild cards, things that the world hasn't seen yet because they are solving these problems through genius. This is beautiful energy. So this is the challenge, is knowing they have this grand potential and kind of having the patience. When we get these divine downloads, when our free will gets to a place where we desire to co-create with the divine, we start getting multidimensional missions coming in. They are like an energetic zip file from the 5D. They come down into the 3D and they feel huge. They feel urgent. That is because they are multidimensional. So divine masculines are challenged right now because they're seeing the magnitude, the potential from these new vantage points, from this next level alignment. They're getting these big things in, and some of them are freaking out, feeling like it's too big, it's too urgent. How are they going to do it? Oh my gosh, now that I see this, is there enough time? Am I able? Know your worth, divine feminine, because what I'm getting is you might be feeling some of that pressure cooker from the masculines right now, and don't take it personally. Just keep focused on your own things. Yeah, there's energetic sonic booms coming in from the masculines I just heard. What is the spirit guidance? Freeing the mind. So part of the way that you can bring these things through without the work is letting go, divine masculines. You're going to have to let go of fear, let go of the preconceived notions, let go of the limitations, let go of the thought processes, the paradigms that keep you playing small, not opening to energetics and multidimensionality. You're going to have to let that go. Whimsy, fantasy, and wonder. Dare to dream in a world that does not have the fear paradigms. If you hear fear coming up within you, divine masculine, about these innovations, about this true light that you're being asked to bring into the world, go higher. Ask yourself, what could be envisioned if I didn't have the fear? What would be coming through if I didn't tell myself that that wasn't available, these next level things? Just allow it all to come through you. You are being tapped on the shoulder by the divine, tapped in the heart space by your guides right now to bring through things of like the world has never seen. I just heard. Is that how you say that? The likes of which the world has never seen. So eliminate the fear. You are only in the vicinity of getting those wild card innovations coming through you, divine masculine, because you have been a brave heart. So keep doing that work. 8 and 8. The 8 of crystals, the 8 of orbs. These are both cards of infinity, eternal, with the figure 8 symbol. So you are aligning with the cosmic, with the higher, and you do start having genius innovations when you get into that realm. This is where we get into the cities and the spontaneous manifestations of high frequency, levitation, teleportation, invisibility, fluid telepathic communication, all of that. Divine masculines, premonition, psychic giftings, compassion. Divine Feminines, you're getting, take a time out. So you might be in a little bit of a break from your masculine, your Divine Masculine, since about September, the masculines, until about April. There's this window of time. It's a sliding scale as far as I can feel it, where the Divine Masculines are really going into this next level and seeing that they are cut out to be a Divine Masculine. They are thought leaders and innovators, and they are being called to come into their highest potential. Nothing short of that is going to do anymore. They've been trying to hold out in karmic situations, play safe, not do the healing, buy themselves some time because the shoes have been too big, but they're starting to desire that growth. They're starting to stride with it. They're starting to crave the aliveness and the accomplishment of really being on path, on mission. So take this time out and just allow them to come into that Divine Feminine, and take note from that as well. There's this transformation with the bear going on. So allow the transformation. Release the control, release the need to know, Divine Feminines. Where is the connection going? Communication is coming in eventually. So universal attunement, repatterning, and guidance. So this is in the near future for some, but there are these update energies. We've been getting little glimmers of communication and updates. So your Divine Masculine might not be directly updating you. There might be social media posts, there might be things through friends, but there is information coming to you. So whether it's direct or indirect, there is a universal alignment and communication. So take it how it resonates. It might come through signs and synchronicities. It might be direct communication from your DM or to and from your DM regarding this universal, unconditional, objective, big picture thinking. We are in that kind of emotion right now, where we're coming up to the Mars-Venus conjunction, where we can actually see eye to eye and hold that unconditional friendship space for the other, to be curious, to be invested, to be interested in what's going on in the life of our counterpart, without the attachment and the binding that says it has to be in a way that I feel safe. If anybody's still thinking that way, that is codependent and not necessary. You can drop all of that. When it's your person and it's time, there is no guard that needs to be up, because it's evident that both want each other mutually, and that's what we're looking for. That's true love. You don't want to try and convince or hope that somebody's going to come forward prematurely. You just want to relax and let it happen naturally. Claim your independence, Divine Feminines. Again, just trust the process. Trust it's all falling into place. If you're all concerned with what a divine counterpart might be doing, and feeling threatened in any way, even small ways energetically, let go, focus on you. You will know when it's time. There will be no doubts. That message just keeps coming through. Remind yourself, if you're still having to reach or hope or be concerned it might not, let go, focus on something else, and tell yourself, until it is appropriate, you're good. And give the grace, allow the grace to come through. But don't be in waiting, Divine Feminines. Channel that which you're meant to channel through. Okay, let's get, one of these, Earth Warriors. What can we see for the collective? We are getting Honor of the Ancient King, 22. This is Divine Masculine. Okay, all eyes on you, Divine Masculine. This is the Divine Masculine glow up, the rise into spiritual sovereignty I just heard. The Ancient King of the Zulu brings you an empowering message. You are destined to know and experience what it is to be truly empowered. Your voice, your courage, your wisdom, and your dignity can create considerable spiritual light, uplifting and inspiring others, guiding them from a place of spiritual truth towards the fulfillment of their own divine potential. If you've been doubting yourself or feeling unworthy of the boldness of your visions, you must allow your spirit to roar, for you shall conquer all obstacles and succeed in your heart's desires. Those are those 5D zip file instructions, new missions coming in for everybody. So embrace that activation that's coming in, the light codes, the high frequency, the wild cards, and no, get out of your own way. Let go of the fear. You would not be given these audacious, innovative ideas and inspirations if we were not moving into those potentials for these things to come into the earth plane. So keep asking how it's meant to come through you, because if you're picking up on those potentials, that means you are of the frequency to access it, and that is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing worth feeling deep appreciation for and getting really, really stoked for. So, okay, anyways, many blessings, everybody. Bye for now.